Hello, my name is Shafira, and in this video I will tell you about the story of PSBB by Gedung Dharma Romansa. So, this story is one of the short story compilation called Wabah. You can search it. The meaning of Wabah itself is plague, so the short stories in this compilation have time setting in COVID-19 pandemic. So, I will tell you the summary and also highlighted points, especially the extrinsic elements of this story. Let's move to the summary. The story tells about a man that being arrested for a crime that he didn't commit. He lost his wife and then he lost his life for a year. These things happen because of the police that convinced the victim, your family, and also people that he was the robber. And he didn't have choice. He just accepted the accusation. And from that, he never believed the police again. And after a while, during pandemic, one of a minister called Yoasu decided to free the prisoner, and he was the one of them. And then he felt kind of happy, but he said to his old friend that the minister is out of his mind because the decisions that he made to release prisoners and robbers during pandemic. And then after that, he went home, met his parents and also his son, and found out that actually his son was being bullied because of him, the ex-prisoners. Well, and as he expected, after days, there was a robbery around his housing, and people tried to upgrade the security by patrolling and also guard the entrance. And as a joke, people always talk that maybe he knew the robber because he ex-robber, right? Well, it was hurt his feeling. And then after a month, he finally decided to go out to get a job. And his mother told that their neighbor, Haji Karyo, were looking for a laborer. And then he decided to go there, and then he was declined. And when he went to his home, he met his old friend, Lasjo. He told the stories about how he got arrested, that he couldn't resist and he couldn't see anything, and the fact that Rasjo actually knew that he wasn't the robber. And turns out Rasjo is actually the robber, and Rasjo didn't have any courage to say the truth, and he himself also didn't know why his friend was being accused. So let's go to the analysis. So this is interesting because the writer Gedung Dharma Romansa is one of the literature activists. He likes to play theater and he likes to critique the condition of Indonesia and basically the world with his writing. From this story, we can see that there are 3 points that he wants to deliver. The first one is many people are arrested for false accusation. This case is not a new thing in Indonesia. There's a lot of cases that many police arrested wrong people or for a false accusation, and it was happened for years. And many people that got arrested are staying in prison for years, more than a year, like 7 or 14 years. And from this story, he also highlighted the bad action that had been taken by the Ministry of Law and Human Rights. So in the story that I mentioned, there is a minister called Yoasu, right, that freed the prisoners during pandemic. So actually that was true, that was fact. The Ministry of Law and Human Rights, Yasona Lawli, decided to free prisoners and robbers because of the overcapacity of the jails. There are a lot of prisoners in jails, and to avoid the spread of coronavirus, he decided to free prisoners that commit a small crime. And in fact that this case is not actually happen only in Indonesia, but in some countries like USA, Brazil, and Iran. The next point that he want to deliver is the basic instinct of human to protect themselves. We can see it in Rasjo's character, that he actually committed a crime, but he didn't have courage to say the truth. From this point, Rasjo is actually represent the basic instinct of human to protect themselves by doing anything that they could do. Even he needs to sacrifice his friend. That was the summary and the extrinsic analysis of the story PSBB by Kedung Dharma Romansa. If you want to read other short stories from Wabah, you can search it by search Kumcer or Kumpulan Cerita Wabah in Google, and then you will find many interesting short stories about pandemic. And I hope you guys like it, and also see you. Goodbye.